Welcome to my video of an acrylic pour onto a glass vase. I've got the bought the vase from a charity shop. It cost me the grand sum of £1. I've got it supported on a glass and a can. This keeps the rim out of the paint at the bottom. I'm using Pebeo acrylic paints, studio acrylic paints. These are my favourite. I've got metallic gold, the primary blue, the iridescent green, and I've also got the turquoise, metallic turquoise, which is also one of my favourites. I love these paints. Mixed it up with pouring medium. I'll show you the mix in a second. Okay, I've got them all mixed up in cups. It's quite slightly thicker mixture than if I was doing a pour. You can see this just forming a little mound as it drips back down in. I find that when pouring onto glass, the slightly thicker mixture helps it stick to the glass and I waste a little less paint. Right, I'm going to pour these into a plastic cup now, layer them in, and then we'll get on with the pour. Okay, I'm going to start with a little layer of the turquoise. Then the green. The blue. And the gold. Normally I would stand the vase onto a canvas, which will collect some of this paint so less of it gets wasted. But this morning, this is a bit of a spur of the moment pour, and I haven't got time to get everything organised, so I'm going to make do. Right, that should be enough. Okay, let's get on with the pour. Okay, I'm going to do basic ring pour. There we go. I'm going to let that flow down the vase. There's some gorgeous lines there. What I find is sometimes you need to encourage the paint to pass. Just going around with the lolly stick, just breaking that. A little bit of surface tension there. Spreading the paint. I just find it flows. put some more paint on. I really enjoy pouring onto glass. I find it very interesting and somewhat frustrating as well sometimes, because you see some fantastic patterns and you think, oh, please stop there, please stop there. But the paint carries on flowing down the glass and you see this gorgeous pattern disappearing, but it's usually replaced by something else equally as nice. So, well, hopefully it is. Let's just spread. I'll just let that work its way down. It's slowing down now. I prefer on the edge. Some people mask off the edge. I just let it drip. Once it's finished dripping and the paint begins to harden up, I just run the lolly stick around the edge, and then when the vase is totally dry, I've got some very, very fine sandpaper and I just barely touch it around the rim, and it just cleans the edge up lovely. Okay, I'm quite pleased with some of the patterns in this. It's lovely colours. You can see it still moving now. And as it dries, most of the horizontal pattern then turns into vertical lines as it runs down. I might just add a little bit more. Absolutely adore these Pebeo Studio Acrylics. I'm not sponsored by them, I don't get any special deals from them. I buy them from Hobbycraft. They're currently on a special offer at the moment, £2 a tube, which is half price. Amazing value, and the Dyna colours, which are the iridescent colours, and the metallics are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I'm a real big fan of these. I've got a little bit of a... That's it. It's important to know when to stop on these. And I shouldn't have just added that last little bit. But I've done it now. I can't stop it. But I'm very pleased with how this is turning out. Quite a bit of gold there, but I think that's going to drop off. There's a lot of the gold on this side. There's a lot of gold showing on this side. This side's very different. I'll bring the camera around in a minute, and you can see this side. But I'm very, very pleased with this. The iridescent colours, they dry, and it looks like, I don't know if you've ever seen the sandblasted glass. It's slightly opaque and it's got a sheen on it. Well, it seems to dry like that. It's an effect that I really do like. So I'm very, very pleased with how this is going. I have wasted a lot of paint. I've got some quite interesting patterns going on in the tray here. It's a shame I didn't make the effort and put a canvas underneath. But I've seen something online recently about putting sheets of photo paper in and taking a print off the excess paint. So I might give that a go in a minute. But I'm going to let this drip and I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, it's now been half an hour. As you can see, a lot of the patterns merged together into quite a subtle, obviously the base, there's nothing pulling that down, so the pattern stays there. Doesn't really show up as well on camera as it does in real life. There's veining there from the gold and the turquoise, so I'm losing the light there. But yeah, I'm very pleased with that. There's a lot of subtle, you can see it when it's close up, there you go. Very subtle lines and pattern in there. It's the iridescent gold. See, some of it dries very, very quickly. Around the rim there, it's quite dry. Yeah, there's my puddle of paint that I've got. I've caught there. Obviously I wasted quite a bit of paint. It'll make a nice skin for some jewellery there. Actually, there's some quite nice patterns in there. What I find with the vases is that the base actually takes days and days and days to dry, probably 4 or 5 days, where the body of the vase is quite dry, probably by tomorrow morning. Yeah, overall I'm very pleased with this. I'll post a picture of it on my Instagram when it's dry, and you'll be able to see what it looks like. It's actually much more turquoise and gold on the actual in real life. The camera seems to be picking it up as much more blue than it actually is. It's much more turquoisey. Okay, look forward to seeing you in the next video.